Let's grab a message from this very triggering deck. This might be offensive. I have not seen them all. Let's see. Grumpy Wizard, release your anger safely. Well, we can work with that. Uh-oh. Yeah. Maximus has been suffering my mini rages, because I'll stomp around the house and I'll just be like, oh, no, like clearly he knows I'm not doing like groans and stuff. Even had to scream into my pillow. So release your anger safely. I guess screaming in your pillow is better than walking around groaning, because, well, he might even be able to hear me scream in my pillow. But it did affect him. Duh. So there's somebody might resonate with me when we get a little grumpy, and we have to be careful because our energy is powerful, and if we release it unsafely, that's not good. Be careful what you say to people when you're mad. Be careful your energy. Shit, it's like when you're that mad, you can't control, like, I guess you could try harder to control it. Especially when there's a young puppy or a child or a neighbor. Oh, shit. Release your anger safely. I guess, smash that book. Or throw china. I know there's places you can actually pay to go throw and break shit or bust technology, like old computers and stuff. So that might be cool. But that's for fun. Like, unless you have a very independent spirit and a lot of rage and you can actually go let it out that way. Okay. May we get a message for your rage? How embarrassing to talk about my rage like that. But you gotta be real, and like the moon. Oh, I don't think I've got this card before. The moon representing the subconscious, water energy, I believe Cancer, possibly Pisces, or maybe my Pisces is ruled by the moon. That's what I'm getting at. Well, according to one chart. Okay, so the moon, number 14 and number 20. I'm getting there's hidden anger, and it's gonna come up, and you're gonna have to figure out how to release it safely as opposed to dangerously. Like, don't be drinking. That's why I can't drink, but that's just one reason, because it's not safe. Okay, what's the message from my babes? Trying to get a message. Looks like you have fire in your hands, or power, or magic. I know we have the ability to, like, Reiki, and I've been able to, I know this sounds weird, but in a moment of crisis, I had to feel something out using my hands. There must be a name for this gift, or there will be one day, because I know it's a thing. And so does this creator of this deck. The power within the hands, just by touching somebody. Oh. Anyways, Grumpy Wizard and Moon. What's the message? Release your anger safely. Something about the hands here. Strategy. Somebody needs to, or somebody knows this, how to strategize with their strategy and evidence. So the moon is something hidden, but then we have evidence. And so it's like, okay, so releasing your anger in behind closed doors, hidden, where it's like there's evidence, but it's hidden. Only you know that you scream in your pillow, or you throw, like, go find an old phone and like throw it. I don't know. The strategy here, there's evidence behind this strategy that it works. And there's also evidence that when you do it unsafely and in the open, that it does not work. It's not received. Anger is not received well by anyone or anyone ever. Nobody wants to. I don't know. There's some people that thrive on fighting. I got the Knight of Swords right here. That's not really the fight card. Anyways, we got Grumpy Wizard, the Moon, strategy, and evidence. What is the strategy for your releasing your anger safely? Protest. Somebody needs to speak their mind. Inadequacy, sue, attention. Maybe somebody should not, or somebody needs to be very careful how, because you have to be strategic if you want to be heard. So, sometimes protests are successful and sometimes they are not. So, should we protest something? What's the evidence here? Marriage? I don't know. Says sweet love, couple dependency. It looks like we're protesting a marriage strategically. There's evidence that there's no safe way to process your anger towards each other. You should just, I don't know. Somebody's strategically going to protest the marriage because the evidence shows something behind closed doors that it's like you can't, somebody releases their anger safely behind closed doors and with, like, when their spouse is gone. I don't know. Maybe, or that's what you have to do in order to keep the marriage. Oh shit. Robbery. Somebody might be, what is this? Robbery. It's like somebody is arguing about, somebody's like defending a robbery, like it's not a robbery, or somebody's like mad because they believe they were robbed and maybe robbed of marriage. Somebody's mad because they were robbed of marriage. Strategically, I know this is, it's like which side of the spectrum of this narrative do you fit? I mean, there's also this message in my face that it's like, I have a hard time supporting marriage because there's just the reasons that once got married are not the same reasons. We don't necessarily all want kids anymore. We don't all necessarily need a partner to, make it in life. We don't all necessarily believe in one person forever, or we don't necessarily trust that it would be forever, even if it feels like forever. So, protesting against marriage, somebody has some evidence about a marriage, about somebody else's marriage or your marriage. What's the marriage in this robbery? Triumph. Somebody's marriage looks like it's going to triumph. This could be a spiritual marriage, because I know I have this weird connection with it's like, I don't know who, which angel or which deity or which god or whatever, some twin flame, or just a match. Like, if I were to have a match, what was I saying? Oh my god, I totally lost it. Oh yeah, a spiritual marriage, triumphing. Somebody got away with something. Somebody got away with something that doesn't seem right. Hidden behind a protest? I don't know. Looks like a marriage is triumphant here. Or somebody's gonna steal the trophy. You guys, we have Grumpy Wizard in the moon. Like, something is hidden. This whole narrative is hidden. It's either one of the two or three narratives that I've explained. Something about a marriage, though, being tricky, and some like a triumph, maybe spiritual triumph, with the invisible entity that haunts you. Oh, releasing your anger safely. Well, yeah, I think there's a deep-seated anger within me that I can't ever actually marry in the physical. I can't marry in the physical, and so it makes me a little so triumph felt robbed, never to be a match with somebody. That's just my personal narrative. So I don't know, this is kind of weird. Marriage gets touchy, and when people are angry and stuff is hidden, and then there's strategy and evidence and like a robbery and a fucking triumph, like, holy shit, there's like very drastic energies here, like, and you have to go through very drastic energies, and the duality of a bunch of different sides of a bunch of different spectrums when you're married. And depending on how long you're married, you do go through anger and hidden anger and releasing it. Maybe somebody found evidence that you were mad. You found evidence that somebody, I don't know, somebody's being strategic. This looks pretty intense energy all the way around. You and yourself dealing with things, and you and yourself dealing with outside things. possibly a actual person. So, I don't know, something about hidden anger here. Release your anger safely is the message. So, I don't see how that can help much, but other than it feels nice to resonate with somebody that is, you know, acknowledges the safety measures that need to be taken if you have anger issues. So that's what I have for you guys. Gosh, I love you so much. Until next time.